I'm Scott Bolton from Discover Estiman, here with Scott Kehler, President and Chief Scientist from WeatherLogics Inc. So tell me a bit about this whole machine learning to improve weather forecasts.
Well, at WeatherLogics, we've been working a lot with machine learning and artificial intelligence with the objective to improve weather forecasting. And recently, we've specifically been looking at improving precipitation forecasts, which we know are critical for the prairie provinces, both for agriculture and potential for things like flooding. So some of the early results are showing that machine learning can indeed improve weather prediction, and we're hoping to begin rolling out some of this new technology in forecasts that people will see in the near future.
So what kind of aspects would be improved? Is it accuracy, the amount of time out from a forecast, maybe something unexpected?
Well, right now we're seeing the main improvement in our forecasts is the accuracy. So if we look at a storm like the one that impacted eastern Saskatchewan last week, by using machine learning, we saw that the snowfall amounts that were predicted were improved, and on average, about 20% improvement is noted when we use this technique as opposed to a traditional weather forecasting approach.
Would you be fine with maybe sharing a bit of your method?
Well, for machine learning, there's a number of different methods that you can use. The method that we use right now is called regression, which essentially means you're using the machine learning technique to predict a number based on a number of other numbers that are used as inputs. So for input, we take weather model forecasts of precipitation, use those numbers, and then compare them with what actually happened so that the model can learn relationships between different forecasts. And then once you run this new machine learning model with data for predicting future weather, it's learned from past experience what's the best way to make the forecast, and then it's able to use that approach when predicting future precipitation amounts.
Would there be any kind of challenges at all to kind of putting this into practice?
Well, the challenge when you're putting a new approach like machine learning into practice is you've got to fit it into your existing system. So we've already got well-developed existing weather forecasting models and techniques. So now we've got to figure out where exactly can this new approach fit in to complement what we're already doing. We're not at the point where this can totally replace every other type of forecast that we see, but I think in the future, as more machine learning is built, we'll see that becoming more of a dominant approach to weather forecasting, but it will take time to figure out where that approach is most beneficial and then applying it into our forecasting workflows.
So I guess just to end off with, how do you think this will overall benefit people?
Well, at WeatherLogics, we think that machine learning is probably going to be a big part of the future of weather forecasting. So, in terms of the benefits to people, you're going to see weather forecasts which are more accurate and probably more detailed. So, if you live in Estevan, let's say, right now you might be kind of receiving the same forecast or very similar to forecast somebody in Weyburn, but with machine learning, we might be able to narrow that down a lot more. So, if a storm is affecting one city over the other, both locations will get very different forecasts that properly represent the actual weather that happens. So that level of detail on a much smaller scale and a more micro level, I think, is one of the benefits as well, in addition to the accuracy of it.